So at this point, you guys probably know all about the Tesla recall that we saw yesterday. They're recalling about 360,000 vehicles due to their, full self-driving beta. We're going to break everything down in this video very quickly. So if you guys find value, hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe. And of course, get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo and up to 12 stocks from Webull. Linked right down below. Free money, guys. Who doesn't like free money? And with that being said, let's talk about Tesla. So Tesla stock, first and foremost, currently when I'm filming this video, is not doing much. It's down about $1, down about 0.5%, right around $200 a share. But when this news came out yesterday, let's pull this up here, the stock actually sold off a decent amount. Yesterday, the stock in the pre-market, let me actually clear the set, then we'll dive into the report here in a second. The stock in the pre-market was 217 roughly, right? And then we ended up falling all the way down to under $200 after the bell yesterday. We're talking about a 9-10% drop there in Tesla stock. And again, now it's pretty much holding flat, right around $200, down about 0.5%. Nothing really crazy at all on the day, considering, this stock has pretty much doubled up in the past month and a half. So it's flat on the day. That's rather a calm day for Tesla, right? So let's dive into this report. Bear with me for a second, guys. I'm going to switch over here to Safari. Give me a second. I'll move my face over right here a little bit. I know you guys looking at my face. You guys like looking at my face, but we're going to have to make it a little bit smaller for this video. So let's take a look at this, guys. This is the Part 573 Safety Recall Report, and this is from the NHTSA, which is the National, I forget, the Highway, what the heck is it called? National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. So you guys know there's tons of regulatory, they have to deal with a ton of regulation to actually get full self-driving out there, right? And full self-driving beta is what is in these 362,000 roughly vehicles, and estimated percentage with defect, well, 100% of these 362,000 vehicles are defected according to this report here. And let's just dive right into it and look through what is going on. And you guys could probably find this on the internet yourselves. Well, you can find it if you want to go look for it for yourselves, but we're going to break it down in this video. So the subject population includes certain Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y vehicles that have installed or pending, or are pending rather, installation of a software release that contains the auto steer on city streets feature, full self-driving beta, or FSD beta. Affected vehicles were identified based on vehicle manufacturing, configuration, and software records. And if we come down a little bit more here, the subject population includes certain Model S, Model 3, Model Y, yada, yada, yada. We talked about that already. Come down a little bit more. You guys are going to see the descriptive information, and you're also going to see, this is pretty much for the different vehicles, right? We have the 2016-2023 model, the Model S, Tesla Model S, the 2016 and 2023 Model X. We have the 2017 to 2023 Model 3. Then, of course, we have the 2020 to 2023 Model Y. You guys can see all these different vehicles. And if we come down a little bit more, this is what we really want to look at. This is the description of the defect. Full self-driving beta is an SAE Level 2 driver support feature that can provide steering and braking / acceleration support to the driver under certain operating limitations. With full self-driving beta, as with all SAE Level 2 driver support features, the driver is responsible, keyword, responsible, guys. You're not just going to be sitting back, taking a nap, having Tesla drive you. They're responsible for the operation of the vehicle whenever the feature is engaged and must constantly supervise the feature and intervene. E.g., for example, steer, brake, accelerate as needed to maintain safe operation of the vehicle. So again, you're not just laying back, sleeping, and having Tesla do all the work for you. Although I'm sure a lot of people will do that, which, quite frankly, in my opinion, is dangerous, right? And in certain rare circumstances, here we go, guys, and within the operating limitations of full self-driving beta, when the feature is engaged, the feature could potentially infringe upon local traffic laws or customs while executing certain driving maneuvers. Let me actually zoom in a little bit on this. Can you guys see that? Yeah, you guys can probably see that. Certain driving maneuvers in the following conditions before some drivers may intervene. Number 1, traveling or turning through certain intersections during a stale yellow traffic light. Number 2, the perceived duration of the vehicle's static position at certain intersections with a stop sign, particularly when the intersection is clear of any other road users. Number 3, adjusting vehicle speed while traveling through certain variable speed zones based on detected speed limit signage and or the vehicle speed offset setting that is adjusted by the driver. And number 4, negotiating a lane change out of certain turn-only lanes to continue traveling straight. So at this point, there's some problems with the full self-driving beta, guys. And again, full self-driving beta in certain rare circumstances and when operating within limits of operating limits of FSD beta, right? The feature could potentially infringe upon local traffic laws or customs while executing certain driving maneuvers. So that's a problem. That is a problem, no doubt about it. And again, like I said, with full self-driving, guys, this is probably going to be a while. It's going to take a while for this to fully roll out. And a lot of people that are super bulls on Tesla, they have these crazy $4,000 price targets, $2,000 price targets, whatever it may be, right? That full self-driving is fully modeled into their valuation. So if this doesn't come to fruition, if this takes a lot longer than expected, well, that's going to screw over a lot of people's valuation model, and maybe they'll realize, holy crap, maybe I'm overpaying for this company if this actually doesn't become what people think it is or what Elon Musk says it is, or it's going to take longer to come into fruition, right? So here if we look here at the description of the safety risk and the specific and rare circumstances described above when a Tesla vehicle is operating with a software version of FSD beta as described below and with FSD beta engaged, certain driving maneuvers could potentially infringe upon local traffic laws and customs. We already talked about that. And they pretty much issued let's come down a little bit more here, the chronology, description of remedy. So Tesla will deploy, they essentially issued a software update, right? We're not going to see 360,000 vehicles all go to Tesla shops. I mean, there's not many, they're not running a model like Toyota where there's dealerships on every corner and you take your car in there. Essentially, Tesla will deploy an over-the-air OTA software update at no cost to the consumer. So it's not like a huge hassle to the consumer. Essentially it's a software update, and the OTA update, which we expect to deploy in the coming weeks, will improve how full self-driving beta negotiates certain driving maneuvers during the conditions described above. Tesla does not plan to include a statement in the Part 577 owner notification about pre-notice reimbursement, yada, 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 how remedy component differs from recall, yada, yada, yada. So essentially, guys, there's going to be problems with this moving forward, no doubt about it. And the way this works is Tesla essentially is gathering data every single second that goes by. Data is coming in, data, and each day they're making full self-driving a little bit better with all this data that they're compiling. So to think that they're just going to have full self-driving and it's just going to work on day one, no problems, no recalls, that's just silly talk. I mean, there's going to be recalls, there's going to be software updates, there's going to be tweaks, you're going to have to deal with regulation, and this is going to happen for years to come most likely until, this actually comes to fruition where full self-driving is a common thing out there. And maybe the robo-taxi could be coming after that, which is another thing that's really priced into the Tesla valuation and some people's models, right? So this is not a big deal. It's not surprising. There's going to be problems, and they're fixing it. They're working on fixing it, and at this point, that's all you can ask for as somebody that is, long Tesla or a Tesla bull, or, you believe in the company. You want these problems to come about so they can fix them, and then hopefully, there's no more problems in the future. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense that the stock is not completely collapsing. I mean, on this news, to be honest, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Sure, there's going to be a lot of back and forth with regulation, but at this point, That's what's going on. That's what's going on. 362,758 vehicles are potentially involved, and it's we'll see how it goes moving forward. I mean, this is going to be again a problem that they're going to have to deal with. And right now the stock is at $199. Now it's creeping down a little bit more. It's down 1.4% as the markets in general are not doing well. So yeah, I mean I'll set my alert at about 190. Let's see if it starts falling under that point. Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'll set my alert markers that we're below 190. If we fall under that point, which is the support throughout pretty much the entire month, we might get a gap down towards 165, 70, 75, towards that 180 SMA, which we're not really getting that dump off yet, but it could be in the cards. We shall see. So what do you guys think? I'm going to wrap the video up there. Just a quick little run through. I mean, it's not the most, we didn't go into much detail. I mean, we just ran through the report very quickly. So if you enjoyed it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button. And don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo, each up to $2,000, and up to 12 stocks from Webull with any amount deposited. And if you guys want to join the Patreon, check it out. I'm building a Patreon portfolio exclusive for the Patreon members, and I'm posting charts throughout the day. We have a Discord chat. You get more access to me throughout the day. If you guys are interested in that, check out the Patreon down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.